Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you a Diablo 3 video on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I have not played Diablo 3 all that much as far as level-wise goes. I have a level 13 Barbarian, a level 11 Necromancer. Thank you, Nathan, for picking up the game and playing with me. This is the character I'm going to be using with him. And I have a level 28 Demon Hunter on hard difficulty of Act 2, which I've been playing the campaign with, kind of just taking my time with. Now, a couple things that I've noticed within the game is that each person, if you're playing locally, has to have a Nintendo Network ID account. Alright, so if we take our 8-bit controller, which is now connected as well, we'll hit A on both. Now when you actually try to join in, it's going to say select another user to play with. You have to have another Nintendo Network ID account. So for in this case, let's use Savage Wolf. So it'll say, this profile does not have permission to access online functionality. Do you wish to continue and play offline? So basically what this means is that each person on your account has to have Nintendo Network capability. So if you have a family account, you're going to have to use them on your local server. For example, if I want to add Erica and Rob Russell, they have to be on my family account in order to play online. Offline, you can play just fine locally, but you're just not going to be able to play with other players. So that's one thing I noticed. Number two that I noticed is the little Amiibo support. You cannot use this in town. You cannot use this in rifts. And there's basically limited use for the Amiibos. Now, you're going to see a little bit of loading time extra compared to like the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Diablo. But let me assure you, the game runs great. Docked, it runs 1080p. And undocked, it runs 720p. So I'm going to go outside here, and I'm going to show you how to do the Amiibo function. Now, you can scan one Amiibo for use. I believe it's every 21 or 22 hours. So you go down here to your bag, and this account has it in the stash. So where you're going to find it initially, you're going to want to go into the stash, and you're going to get a couple items out of it. First off, on the Nintendo Switch, exclusively, you're going to have the Legend of Ganondorf. So all you have to do is use it from your inventory. You don't actually have to go to the Mystics, and you can use the item. So we're going to go outside here. Now, I'm not sure if this is tied once per account or once per character. It would make sense if it's once per character, because it's an exclusive item per character. So we're going to use the Amiibo portal. And you can tap on your Amiibo. I have one of them from Breath of the Wild. Tap it on your thing. More time. And it says the Amiibo power will be available in 11 hours. So you can only use this once per account. And there is a new Amiibo that's supposed to be coming out in December. It's the Loot Goblin, which is supposed to open up some new functionality with the Amiibos. And I'm sure that's where you're going to get the most of your functionality with that. Normally, you're just going to summon an elite boss and you're going to fight it. So we're going to do some gameplay within a regular rift. And I'm going to show you how some of the gameplay works. Now, my head is turned sideways because my TV is over here. My webcam is over here. So if you see me looking sideways, I apologize. It's not that I don't want to talk directly to you guys, but my setup is a little bit different than some people. My computer is off to the right. So the reason I want to show you guys some gameplay within a rift is because you guys need to see what's actually going on. As you can see, gameplay is nice and chippy, and we are a little bit low on health, so we do have to be careful here.
Some say they are part
we're going to leave that, and we're going to go to the healer, because
but
my Barbarian does not have very good gear. I highly recommend, as a new player, you don't play on hard difficulty by yourself. You're just going to die, especially if you don't have your own rare or legendary gear. Like, if you look at my gear here, I have rares. You really need to have a lot of rare gear items, not uncommons. You need to have a lot of yellow gear to actually survive decently. Now, once you're of level, you can also craft at the blacksmith. So, for example, if I want to craft a sword, I would need level 15. If I want to make, say, daggers and stuff, there's various level requirements for that. So we're going to fight this guy again. You should have no trouble with it now.
Not ready yet.
I need furious creatures. So we're going to watch our health, and we're going to do this together.
They employ a
The thing
surprising
I've always
degree of
enjoyed about Diablo is the fact that there's 4-player drop-in, drop-out co-op. Now, a lot of people don't like playing hardcore because once you lose your character, you're gone. But I personally love hardcore. I like the rush of knowing that your character is not invincible, that you can't just build your character how you want it. You have to actually be a little bit smart with it. And that's what I love about hardcore. Like, if this was a regular game, I wouldn't care if I died. But because it's hardcore, I have to actually pay a little bit of attention. So we just killed our first rare within this video. I've done a couple rifts before on this one. And yeah, the biggest thing that you always want to upgrade is weapons. Gear does make a difference as well, but weapons are going to be the difference between actually dominating rift and getting destroyed. And it's going to be kind of like the gear check. Like, if you can't handle a certain difficulty, don't be afraid to play on a lower difficulty just to make sure that you don't die. As you can see right here, we're playing on normal, so this is the easiest difficulty, which means my barbarian sucks. But I run the least risk of dying or running into ridiculous wallers, poison, and other stuff, jailer, knockback, any effect that can cripple you and make it hard to play. And you can see my health is going down significantly against trash now, so why would I want to play on hard difficulty? Now, if you're playing with somebody else, hard difficulty might not be a bad idea. The monsters don't scale as high the more people that are in the game. You're going to get more loot, you're going to get more XP, and I think there's more gold find as well. Not that gold is really a big deal. We're going to heal up a little though. Personally, I like the War Stomp ability better than Leap, but Leap is good for getting out of the way. And it's on a 5-second cooldown, whereas War Stomp is 12 seconds. And gets better once you can pull enemies in and increase the range. Base stats is not very good. So one of the most important things is that level 13 you get Nerves of Steel, and we're almost able to get up. Luckily we killed that monster. So you can see that even as a low level I'm struggling. And that's because my Barbarian is not optimally geared. And I'm also playing bounties, so my gear is not going to be as optimized, even though I'm going to get better loot. So the enemies are a little bit tougher in rifts versus normal gameplay. So if you're finding yourself struggling, just play the normal campaign because you're going to get rares and uncommon quite a bit easier. But the main purpose of this video is I want to show you guys some gameplay within Diablo 3 and how everything runs perfectly smooth. And I played it in handheld mode. Nothing compares to playing on your OLED TV versus an LCD screen. I mean, the graphics are going to be way more washed out if we're playing on the Switch handheld, but everything runs great. I haven't tested 2, 3, 4 people on a handheld, because who in the world is going to do that? I guess the only way I could probably test that is if I play online. As a new player, the things I can recommend most is trying to get gear that increases your life per second and your life on hit. Those are the two most important statistics early on. You need to be able to take damage and deal damage. So here we're going to get a Carver of Starlight, which is a big upgrade. That's a 20.4. We have a 20.8 weapon that also has Vitality. So this is a mighty weapon, and it's still going to be an upgrade. So you always want to look for the up arrows. On console, it's a little bit different than PC. On PC, it's going to tell you the overall difference in stats. This one kind of gives you an estimate by the up and down. So we have an Adventuring Longsword of Wounding. I hate the Pro Controller for that. So we're going to swap our two weapons. I definitely want to have 23 Vitality because that's an additional 200 and something health. But you can see my health going up a decent amount. There, just use the health ultimate. This hopefully doesn't come back to life. Yes, in no way am I a pro at playing on the console Diablo. I'm used to playing on PC. But if you're on the fences about getting Diablo 3 on the Switch, try it out. There's nothing, you know, that can go bad. I mean, it can't be worse than Diablo Immortal, but it's going to be on mobile, which is going to be kind of like a Dungeon Hunter style game. We're about to die here, so we got to be a little bit careful. Our potion's about to come back up. But yes, don't be afraid to run. Don't be afraid to pick your battle. There's no harm in that. Definitely use your rage ability, and we're going to jump, get out of the way, and we're about to die again. So yeah, you can see that as a low level, I'm struggling considerably. You're probably not going to struggle as much, but I don't have a lot of health per second. I'm going to get frozen possibly again. So we just have to wait for our potion to come back, and we should be able to handle this.
I must have a fury.
And here we go. Okay, so we're probably going to be able to take this. And a lot of the minions are going to be gone. So yeah, as you can see, my Barbarian is struggling a lot. So why should I play hard difficulty? If you're one-shotting these guys, you should definitely bump the difficulty up. But my guy is perfectly fine on normal, as I'm even struggling on that. So an Adventuring Heater Shield actually gives me more damage. It does give me armor for blocking. It takes away a lot of health. It does give me XP per kill. But it does give you block amount, so you do have to take that in mind. So I probably want to have 23 vitality over a smidgen of damage, which is faster attack per second because this weapon is slower. So we lose 10 damage, but do I want 230 health? So if you look at the stat sheet by hitting Y, which is character details, so you can see all the stats that I'm currently rocking. So currently I have 738 life, which is not really a lot. So if we go by the vitality, which says I have 65, each point of vitality increases life by 10. So by using the mace, we're actually going to have 230 more life, which is why it says we have a big damage decrease, but a big health increase, because that extra 200 health is going to be a big deal. We just healed for 580. So channeling Pylon, as we just got resource and cooldown greatly. So when you have this, you want to spam your ability. There's no reason not to just spam Hammer and Wrath because it costs nothing. And cooldowns like Wrath of the Berserker, Charge are going to be greatly reduced. So Wrath of the Berserker is normally 90 to 120 seconds before cooldown. We're talking 20 to 15 seconds. It's not that fast. So you can basically keep it on constant and the other buff. It's a really powerful effect. It's probably more powerful than can do it in power, because spamming your abilities is really good. And we just got Threatening Shout, which is actually really good when you're taking a lot of damage. And we get Iron Impact from Leap, which means that you're going to get more armor out of your Leap. So that means the enemies are going to be doing less damage. And there's a lot of customization even at early levels. The builds are really important once you hit level 70. Until then, just play what you like. There's nothing wrong with it. Just manage your resources, try to rend at low levels, and just try to stay alive. Some of the fights are not that bad. You just have to play a little bit smart. Take out the weaker enemies and then go after the boss, because you're going to have a lot less trouble taking them out by going at it. And yes, you can use the 8-bit-do controller. The thing I like about the 8-bit-do over the Nintendo Switch Pro controller is the fact that sometimes when you're hitting the inventory, you're going to hit the home button by mistake instead of hitting inventory. That's the biggest gripe I have with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, is that you're pretty likely to do that. So I just want to show you guys about 12 minutes of gameplay with the Nintendo Switch version of Diablo, and everything runs great. Now, when you're playing single player locally or multiplayer locally, you can pause the game like nothing happens. If you're playing the game online, you cannot pause the game, and you have to make sure you're in a safe spot, otherwise you run the risk of dying. So that's one of the advantages of playing single player versus playing online with friends or playing online in randoms, is that if you have to make dinner for your kids, if you have to use the bathroom all of a sudden, you don't have to teleport to town. Like if you're playing a multiplayer game, you're going to have to teleport to town. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little Diablo 3 video. I know that my guy is not high level. I'm only level 14. Give me time. I will get there. I will get to level 70, and maybe I'll do some high level gameplay on the Nintendo Switch. But I want to make this quick video for you guys just to show you guys that Nintendo Switch plays Diablo 3 like a champion. I've also praised Dragon Ball FighterZ in the past on the Nintendo Switch for running great. 60 frames a second. So if you're on the fence about getting Dragon Ball FighterZ as well, great game to pick up. One final thing that I want to talk about as well is the data management managed storage. So if you look for Diablo 3, I was really surprised to see how much storage Diablo 3 actually uses. Let's see if it actually picks it up since it's been a few hours. And there you go. It uses absolutely no storage. The most recent update is actually on the cartridge. So if you buy this game physically, it's going to use 0 storage. if you buy this game digitally, I'm going to go in the eShop right now, 13.3 gigabytes. So, 2K. Why is your entire game a download for NBA 2K19? If the Nintendo Switch Diablo 3 can fit on a cartridge, there is no excuse why WWE 2K18, NBA 2K19, 18, LA Noire, and other games have to be put on your storage. So, one final time to compare the storage and why I'm praising Blizzard so much. You can look at some of these games that take a ridiculous amount of storage. Look at NBA 2K19 and 18 and WWE. 29.1 gigabytes on NBA 2K19. None of it on the system. NBA 2K18 actually took up 3 gigs of storage on your console. So now they delegated all of that to the storage. WWE 2K18, 16.2 gigabytes, and it runs like garbage. You have Doom that takes up 8 gigabytes. You have Paladins. Okay, these are more digital, so I'm a little more forgiving of that. Fire Emblem Warriors, 6.2 gigabytes. South Park Fractured Butthole, 5.9 gigs. Rocket League, 4.3. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, 3.2. You can see a couple games, and I'm okay with a couple gigs. The part that pisses me off is this. These 3 games take up way too much space. Even 8 gigs for Doom is not that bad. But when you have games that you basically need a memory card in order to play, this needs to stop. Stop being cheap and put the games on the cartridge. Be like Diablo that uses no storage. If you like this video showing off how good Diablo 3 is on the Nintendo Switch, as well as the storage requirements as of Saturday, November 3rd, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Diablo 3 videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's God, and I will be continuing to stream Diablo 3 for you guys, whether you like it or not. Leave your comments down below. Let me know how you guys feel. And one thing I'd also like to point out, NBA 2K18 on this version is digital and this one is physical. Stop doing this.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!